to life lessons for a time such as now. How you guys doing out there?
Hey,
Trey.
How
how
you
you
doing?
doing?
What's up,
Good,
Chris?
good.
Duana,
What's
Renee?
up,
How y'all
Trey?
doing?
Ladies.
You
You're
good?
I'm out in San Fran right now, just chilling.
I know, yeah,
Right.
girl. I see. You doing fabulous.
Thank you very kindly, as Tracy would say.
You got that right. I love it. Thank you very kindly. Today's topic is it okay for friends to interact with your ex?
Nice.
What?
That is
Oh.
the topic of the day.
Oh my God! Depending on the X, now this
Correct.
is what you want to
Well-
say. Older, is it an X or is it an XX or is it a XXX?
Well, see, that's why we're having this topic, right? Because I believe that there's several women out there who have different, opinions about that, right? Like, oh, well, if you were just dating somebody, went out to dinner with him for 3 times, that's not a big deal, right?
Right.
Or it could be someone that you've been with over 20 years, right?
Oh no!
So,
Oh,
no, I'm just saying, right? So
no.
it depends on that person.
Right.
So I'm gonna definitely start with my opinion. So I consider myself.
So wait, this is the topic? Like you just gonna dive in like that? Like that's the
She's
topic?
diving in.
All right, there it is. All right,
Honey,
I'm
if
ready.
this is the pool, I'm
The
in
life
there.
lessons. Let's go.
I'm in there if this is the
ready.
pool. Okay.
I'm ready.
So for me, I'm old school, and I was raised with a mother that was clear. No relationship should be three. Three's a crowd, right?
Right.
And my mom used to always tell me that, it only should be two, you and your mate. Now if your friends hanging out with you, it could be a whole bunch of you, but not really you, your man, and your friend. Because in the future, that can really cause some problems, right? I mean, to me, you can start getting to know, that mate can start getting to know your friend getting to know your mate, and they start figuring out, we got some things in common. And then the next thing you know, you left out in the cold. Next thing you know, some things can happen. So I was always, raised that way. But for me, I look at your friend as being your friend. And unless your friend and your ex-mate or someone you dated, unless they were friends prior to you guys, I guess, having a relationship with your friend, unless your ex and your friend has been friends prior to, right? Because
So you said two things.
Right, if they were friends
so
before,
if I'm friends with Joey and I've been friends with Joey, and then you and Joey,
I can't, right? Who am I?
And I'm still friends with Joey. You can't stop me from being friends with Joey, right?
Correct. Who am I?
Okay.
Who am I?
But
however,
it is a certain thing when you cross the line, because if I start talking and kicking it with Joey, that's something totally different.
Right.
So I think we have to define that line about
what I'm talking about. Right.
Okay.
But what I'm talking about is if you and him are no longer, if you and Joey are no longer,
right,
then what's the dynamics between you and Joey? Your friend and Joey, I mean. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I could rock with that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I think that if I talk to Joey and you were still friends with Joey, I understand y'all had a friendship, but I'm not going to be a spoiler alert, but I have to say that where's the loyalty? Because it would be like, okay, that didn't work out. I'm not saying cut off your friendship with Joey, but I think you should understand the sensitivity around that. That's going to be pretty touchy. That's going to be very touchy, because now you and Joey didn't work out, but we still friends. And that's going to be really, really sticky of how the dynamics of how I would play that friendship along after that. Because to me, the friendship would be, I'm sorry, I mean, it's not only about the women in this here podcast, but my loyalty would be to my girl. And
what if you knew Joey before you met your girl? Your homie, your friend, whatever you want to call her.
If it's truly a friendship, this is where the line is at, ladies. We know if it's a friendship, friends, and truly male, female, because I have male friends, but if it's any inclination that it may have been like a little, say, like we all guilty or know somebody that may have done this, wink, wink. You just have a kiss and then you realize, what did we do? No, we'll never kiss again. And then you don't ever kiss again, right? If you don't ever encounter that, but then 20 years later, you don't tell your girl when me and Joey kissed. That to me is a different dynamic than you just being friends. But if you actually are friends, then I don't see nothing wrong with still remaining friends. But it's touchy because you still have to also be aware of your girl's friend, your girlfriend or your homie or your sister, whatever it is, your besties, feelings and emotion, because you know that we are emotional beings, and that's just going to be real touchy from that point on, and that friendship is going to always be touchy to me.
I kind of agree. And like you said, with the dynamics, my thing is, if I'm dating someone, even if I went on one date, I might have kissed them. Maybe I didn't, like you said. Right. And then my friend decides, wait, let's get this. Yeah, my friend, now your friend, whoever your friend is, did they meet the guy you're dating through you? Right? That's one. Now, if they met the guy through you because you're dating him, whether you went out once, 10 times, whatever, what happens is, I feel that's a no-no, because at the end of the day, to me, a friendship is more important than that dude that I kicked to the curb.
I agree. I wouldn't even date Joey.
Then two, let's say I said to my friend, you know what, no biggie, because I dated him one time, whatever. Then you better worry that I ain't slipping back to say, yo, what's up? You were mine first anyway. It can go either way.
Yeah.
Either way, that friendship from that point on can be terminated, because it's never going to be loyalty or trust. You're not going to trust me. I'm not going to trust you.
And I ain't going to trust him.
Well, he don't matter, right? He don't matter.
Why? If he's your friend, he should matter. If that's your friend, you should be able to go. I would personally go to Joey and I would be like, listen, now me and Joanna, we've been friends. This is not really,
that's not his issue.
Do what you're gonna do, but
that's not Joey's issue. If me and you are friends, right? And he's the denominator in the middle. Right. And I said, Joey, I don't want to see you no more, whatever. And then you turn around and be like, well, you know what? You really didn't like him. Can I have him? Or, you know what I mean? Something like that. Then again, he has nothing to do with it. That's me and your friendship now.
Right. But I think actually we're taking it in a different direction. Because what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that they were seeing each other, because if that was the case, then this episode would be over, because it would be 25 to life. Right? Because I take those things seriously. 25. Meaning 25 I would be doing 25 to life doing this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was,
right now? Wait.
No. What I'm saying is,
you okay?
What I'm saying is, if my friend was dating my ex like that.
Oh yeah, no, we're not talking about ex,
because I would.
No, that's a no.
Yeah. So then that's why I said we have to really differentiate what that line is, because let's say, for instance, like you told, that's why as women we have the rule. One, it is me and that person, he's off limits to you.
Right.
Friend, foe, family.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's my point.
That's not, we're not doing that.
Right. That's my point.
So
my point is,
don't come, I'm sorry to interrupt, but don't come under the guise of, oh, well, we were just friends. Oh, So let's just cut out the emotional roller coaster we're about to go through. You and I both know how you gonna be kicking it. That's my homie. Are you serious about him? That's on, and I like what Joanna was saying. It's really not on Joey. I had to think about that.
Not.
Right. It's between the two women. And so that's really where the loyalty lies at, yo. That's why I said that. Come on, man. Come on. Like, we all know that, right? So friend, date, ex, it doesn't matter. They off limits.
Right.
They off limits. They should be, to me. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, you're right. Point blank, period.
Yeah, I see point blank period. I can't see you messing with Charlie. I can't. And
Yeah,
Charlie is
no.
no. We know Charlie. We have friends and that me and Tracy grew up with, like Wayne. People that we know that has been our friends, childhood friends. It just that's the way it goes. There's no crossing over. Can you imagine? Now Tracy would have to give up her friendship and or focus on my emotion. He did me something. It's over. It lasted. It doesn't. I'd say stay off limits. If you just stay off limits,
right,
and you keep yourself clear,
right.
don't get involved at all.
Crystal looked like she want double dutch in.
Okay. Go ahead, Crystal.
She said, "Look, I said her number.
Double dutch.
Double dutch. Your turn."
No, I mean, that is a rule between the women. You know what I mean? You don't, my mother always said how I was raised is that you don't want nothing that your friend had, your sister, or any family member had.
Right.
So in that respect, it's off limits. And I think that's, for most of us, that's the general rule. You don't want to date somebody that your friend or your family members, anyone
Right.
close to you, have already dated.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
but
that's
I think,
just a good
but,
rule.
but I want to be clear with what I'm asking, right? So what I'm asking is it okay to interact with him? Not necessarily dating that ex, right? You don't have to be dating that ex. However, what I'm asking is, can you still have a friendship, even a friendship with your friend's ex, right? That's what I'm asking. Can you?
No,
why?
Can you be able
Why?
to do that?
Why?
Okay, not only
Why?
that, then
No, why?
what about if it was just like 3 dates? How about that? Are you okay
It
with
don't
that?
matter.
Once he looked at you, you looked at him, and y'all decided to date or not date, it's a done deal for anybody else in your
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah, that's done. I don't even know why you're saying that. You're tripping. The bottom line is,
But
is
that's
that
an actual great question, right? Because there's some women who feel like it's not a big deal. Some women may feel
wait,
like,
what was the
so what?
question?
You didn't kiss him, you didn't sleep with
Wait,
him. What's the big deal, right?
what's the
You
question?
you are you just only dated him for like three. You went to dinner 3 times and it didn't work out. So what? And he's cool with me. I'm good.
So I think her question is that should any friend date or even interact, regardless of the situation, interact with the person that she may or was dating or not dating or whatever, whether they were serious or not, it should be off limits. That's what she.
I say yes. I say yes.
I
It should
agree.
be off
It
limits.
should be off limits.
I do. I
So
say it's
there's
off
no time
limits
frame?
because it like you didn't hear. See,
That
we
don't
gotta
mean
stay
nothing.
focused. Joanna said it. Once you enter into an emotional agreement, whether he knows it and he's gonna agree later or has agreed up in front, it don't matter. Once you set your eyes on him, it's off
It's
limits.
yours. It's off limits.
That's it. It's off limits. They don't call me up talking about, yeah, well, you know what, Joey, he has said that he gonna come and take a look at my tires because it's about to be, snow season. What?
Yeah.
So you can't get your other homie, or you can't get your son to do it.
else.
Like you gotta have Joey do it. Like really? So where in there did we miscommunicate or blur the line? Because what would be the motive and the intent for you to be calling up Joey to come check your tires?
Right.
When you
then
know,
that's it. The blurred lines. Is there blurred lines? Are there blurred lines?
And I don't care if I dated him one time, kissed him goodnight, ended up, we done talked enough to lead up to a date. We done definitely talked up to lead up to a kiss or whatever, or we done talked up to lead up to this ain't gonna work. And it's what Joanna says, once you get your eyes set on this, a 2-part dirt. And once you set your eyes on him, but really it is once you tell your girl, because you got to go back to the antecedent. I'm going clinical on you for a minute because you got to go back to what happens before that.
Why are you getting gangster on us though? But why are you getting gangster right now?
Yeah, no, I gotta go there because it's a change. It's a change that happens in that interaction and that blurred line.
See these bars?
25 to life.
And as a
in
girlfriend,
jail.
do you really want to bring something like that to that relationship? You got to think about it. Were you happy with your girlfriend? If you weren't and you don't care about her, then hey, it's open season for
Wow.
whatever.
So you
But
going
if
into
you
the next
care,
segment. You shouldn't have
you,
did that.
I didn't even know, or I'm sorry, but if you didn't even care, if you care just a little bit, that's enough to say, no, I'll pass.
Nah, it's not worth it.
It shouldn't even be a thought process. It
In
shouldn't
the
even
first
be
place, it should not be a thought process. That's
yo,
just what I see. That's
Joey
what I've
got a
been
brother?
raised on.
Joey got a
Look,
brother?
no, my
Hey,
mother, right? My mother, I never had the
Right.
opportunity, but one thing I know is that my aunts and my uncle, my grandmother, as far as back as I could think, only ever think in my mind, my other mother with my father, we will get out there and cut you. You hear what I'm saying? I'm gonna cut you. You see the knife coming out, the
the
breast
views
of
on
them,
these shows are not
the
necessarily
breast
the views.
of those women, right? Stop the violence. Okay, let's stop the violence. But I'm just saying, you know that I'm telling the truth. It's off limits. Don't be talking about no tires. Don't be talking about no plumbing. Don't be talking about no plumbing. Because I'm gonna lose my mind when you start talking about some
now. We
plumbing.
ain't talking about
I'm
plumbing.
losing my
We're not
mind.
talking
Now you
about
taking
laying no
some
pipe. We're not talking
It's
about laying
in
no
Yellow
pipe.
Pages. We got the World Wide Web.
Right? Make
We're
me
not laying no pipe, Renee.
Google it, plumber.
yeah.
Just
And then
Google it.
you got to be careful, like I said, because
It
on
is a thin
on your
line, yeah.
end, if you're thinking you're getting a good dude
Right.
after your friend said whatever to you about him, and you getting a good dude, then you might have to worry about your friend just creeping back
With the
in
next
there
one
just
and the
because.
next one and the next one.
Yeah.
All right, Biggie. And the next one.
Can you
You may
forgive
have
your
to have
friend?
a little
Can you
variation
forgive your
going there.
friend if she just have a conversation with him? Well, I saw him, at the mall, and we were just kicking it and seeing how he was doing, and he was asking me
Come
how
on,
the family
Trey.
was
That's
doing.
that's borderline psychotic. Now, if you want to do somebody at the mall, come on now.
I'm
You
just,
just say
I
hi
mean,
to
if
the
you
brother.
run
You
into
can't say
someone,
hi
you
to
can't
her.
say
Hey,
hello.
Joey.
Yeah,
It's so
Yeah.
you
nice
say
to
there's
meet
nothing
you.
wrong with that.
Yeah. And I would just let you know I ran into Joey at the mall. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's it. And just so for the record, Joey is a fictitious name. I know no
Correct.
Joey.
We
I have
don't know
no
a Joey.
interaction with a Joey.
Yeah.
I'm happily married to my husband, LL. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
LL Cool J is.
Hey, that's a name that's being shared.
Right.
Just saying, life lessons. I gotta keep it real.
Oh,
Correct. So it's okay, like if you run into him and you guys just have a conversation, like a 5-10 minute conversation.
Yeah, not no
that's
5.
okay.
Come on, what's 5'10"? 5'10", really?
hey,
That's
how you
we going
doing? Good. I'm on my way
ain't no
somewhere. I gotta
5'10".
go.
What the hell you talking about? 5'10". Ain't no
5'10".
5'10". What? That's how
Yeah.
tall he is. Ain't no 5'10". No,
Thank you.
3.
5'3".
Hey, how you
About a
doing?
3'2". How about
Nice
that,
to
right,
see
Chris?
you.
About a 3'2". Right, we gonna go down.
Right,
3,
because
2,
what?
1.
Is he gonna be
All right,
asking
son. All right,
about me?
son. Right.
You know what I mean? Is he gonna ask
Yeah.
about you? You know?
Did he ask? And I'm gonna say, hey, I ain't got nothing to. I'm not gonna
Right.
say, hey, you heard from Trey? Nah, I'm
Right.
not. I don't care. I'm gonna be like, oh, it's so good to see you. All
I don't
right,
want
that's
to
it.
answer no question.
Wow. And I'm gonna even say to him, I might say, I'll let Tracy know I seen you, so that brother don't know, right? Don't even come be like, dang, they looking kind of good in the mall. Okay, bruh, don't do it. Okay, so I'm
But
gonna let
wait.
Trey know I seen you. Okay.
But wait a minute.
All
But what
right.
if he says, Renee, Crystal, Joanna, whoever, listen, I'm missing your girl. Can we just talk about her for a minute? Let's take it there.
Call her. You still got her number, right? You
Right.
better give
No,
her a
right.
call.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Just call
I
her,
don't want
bro.
to be put in the
I ain't in
middle
between all your
or
business,
none of
Frank.
that.
Right.
You
I ain't.
need to give her a call.
I'm
'cause
not in
she
between
dumped
all
you
your
for a
business.
reason.
Just call her.
She dumped you for a reason.
Right,
Okay.
right. Just call her. And now on the phone, I'm gonna be right there in the mall already with my poop poop. All right, so listen, Trey, check this out. I just saw Joey in the mall. He
Yep.
missing you. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, he was crying. No, he wasn't, because I ain't getting
No,
that
yeah,
time
he
to
did
see
look
his tail.
good. I had to let her know that too, though. He looked good. He looked good. Joey looked like he got a little cup of cash here up in the mall.
Yeah.
I can't. So, so there's no matter if I only dated Joey one time, went out for
It
dinner.
doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
You
matter.
could have went out with
One
him
and
for
done.
an hour. An
It doesn't-
hour.
thank
Y'all
you.
went to the library, had went to Panera Bread and had soup and a salad and realized in that hour he ain't for you.
Or sandwich in the soup.
Okay, well he ain't for me neither.
Right, right.
Either way,
Okay.
sandwich in the soup in the salad, don't matter.
That's right.
I love
What
it.
I say, a sandwich?
I love it. Okay, so if your friend, because again, I like what Renee said, there is a blurred line, right, at times. So, you know, within that blurred line, can you forgive that friend if she crosses that boundary? That's a good question, right?
If she crossed,
I don't know.
that
The friendship
boundary,
is important. I don't know. Forgiveness is.
Go ahead.
You gotta.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You have to forgive people, because sometimes, since that is like a thin line between love and hate, you know, sometimes you may not see it that way, or could be, you know, you just don't see it.
Innocent, or it could be innocent.
It could be innocent. Trying to say? It could be innocent. You know what I mean? Because the line is so thin. It could be just out of needing somebody, like you just said, somebody to do something for you. You know what I mean? So,
but it goes back to what
that's
Joanna
really a hard
said.
question. But I think forgiveness is a key thing, because we always don't see eye to eye on things. And sometimes people make mistakes, or sometimes we say things out of turn that you're not aware that you may have said. And
not when it comes to men.
No.
Well, no, not when it comes to men. I'm sorry, Joanna. No, I had something.
No forgiveness at all.
No, not when it comes to men, because then I'd have to question, like, okay, we messed up, we make mistakes, we do all that. Make a mistake is spilling oil on somebody while you're trying to fry chicken, right? That's a mistake. You do not make a mistake.
That's burning somebody. That's burning somebody while
right.
That is not a mistake.
I'm so sorry. Okay. You should have been standing in the way.
Renee, right, that was not a mistake.
No, I'm saying that's a mistake. That's as far as you're going to go with that. I burnt you with the cooking grease.
So no forgiveness. So you're saying absolutely not, no forgiveness at all?
No, I didn't say that.
If the friend that did this came to me and said, you know, Joanna, I didn't realize you felt this way or this strongly about it or whatever, and I would probably forgive them. I can't say
according
that.
to if they deaded it. I'm not forgiving you. If I done told you that you done crossed the line, blurred or not, and you still, it depends. So if you dead it, let's say you say,
but like how did they cross the line? Did they reach out to Joey or not?
No, if they continue on with Joey or say, I don't care, you know what, this is what I'm doing.
Did they reach out to Joey? Did they? No. So how did they cross the line, or how was it blurred?
If it was okay, you blurred it because you went on ahead and asked him to do your blurred doggone plumbing. Or you know what, you're tired.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying.
And then now you want to come back and say, oh, I didn't see it this way. That's not, no, don't tell me you ain't see it this way, because you said it. That if you saw the person's connection to them emotionally, then that means you're held accountable.
I'm asking, how did they blur the line? Did they say it to you, or did they say it to me? Or did they call the guy? Did they call Joey already and said that and then came to me? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, if you saying it like Crystal is saying it, that you might have done it and you don't know, and then but you just said that if you talking to Trey the whole time and you understand and this is how she's feeling, there's some dialogue that's going on. I'm thinking about having Joey come over and check my tires. If you could seal that and you don't say anything, then that's different. That's a different type of woman.
Oh, yeah,
but if you say something and you say, hey, Trey, you know what? I'm thinking about having Joey come over and check my tires. Now, Trey's response is going to be like, I don't think that's a good idea. We could ask her. What would be your response?
Oh, you asking me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. So if my friend asked me to do what now?
If you was told by your friends that they're going to continue on and get the tires done, the plumbing done, check the roof in, babysit, pick up the kid for you because it's absolutely nobody else to do it.
Now.
And
all of you on here, all of you on this call I'm not even gonna answer it. How about you? How about your answer my
Okay,
question
so
for me?
I'm going to
If
continue
you
what I
know
was going
me,
to say. I was
if
just
you
saying
know
in
me,
respect to the callers and the people that's watching the show. I know that you ain't going to go for that because you done already expressed to your friends, hey, check this out. You know, I was talking to Joey. Even if you don't say it, it should be, that's an unwritten
that's an
rule. You don't
unwritten
have to
rule.
say it.
That's
It
an
is.
unwritten rule.
You don't even got to say it.
So for life lesson fans, I don't play that, right? I don't care if I said, hey, I'm feeling Joey. And Joey and I didn't work that first go round. Joey is off the table. However, if we meet Joey at the same time and we both going, ooh, look at Joey. Joey looking pretty good over there. It's really not up to us, right? It's whoever Joey is like, okay, well, I'm really interested in her and not in me. Then I got to back up, right? And
That's
then
different.
the
That's
loyalty
different.
and the friendship and the boundaries
Right.
apply to me.
Yeah.
Right.
So that
Right.
means
Once you cross the line, that's
Right.
the line we're talking about.
Right. I'm saying, so that means that if you and Joey are kicking it, right, after you and I met him at the same time, and Joey's looking at you like, yo, I'm feeling Renee, then I'm going to be like, hey, okay, hey, all right, Renee, I hear that, girl. But then
And
at the end of the day, the lines now
Right, but that's
are
why
created.
I asked, before Crystal, I'm sorry, before Renee throws grits on me, was
Yeah, I said Renee is in raw form. Wait a minute.
right. All I
Gangster
asked
with this
I'm
topic.
sorry.
was
I may be a little sensitive right
Crystal
now,
said,
and you know, to be part another time.
All right, Dur. Let your wife speak.
because Crystal was saying about forgiveness. So I wanted to clarity on, did the friend already reach out to Joey? Or did the friend tell Tracy, hey, what do you think about this? Da, 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 da. That's what I needed to know. That would have determined my opinion on if forgiveness was okay.
All right.
So now let me say this about for me for forgiveness. So forgiveness is basically about it's to really to help you, right? To help you personally.
Right.
So for me, I can forgive you, right? And it depends on who you are in my life, the position that you have in my life. And it depends on if I have an investment in you. I'm being honest. Right. And it depends on if you did anything with Joey. Now, if you did something with Joey, first of all, you know, we already said 25 lines.
Well, no,
right?
It's no forgiveness.
But I'm just saying.
But
I'm just saying, but if Joey and you just was like whatever, and you was like, well, I ain't see it that way or whatever, I will forgive you, right? Because I feel like, you know, you can love me, but I have to keep my cat out on you. I gotta keep my cat out on you. That's that for me, right?
But I'm still not getting my question answered.
I get your question.
I can forgive. I can forgive, and you could still be a part of my life. But now I would have to keep my eye on you. Meaning now I have to make sure you ain't around Joey, Paul,
Frank,
Billy
Bob,
whoever, right?
And Billy Bob, especially Billy Bob.
Right, whoever it is, you ain't gonna be around them. You understand what I'm saying? But I feel like it depends on my history with you, right? Can I continue my friendship with you and still love you and forgive you? Absolutely.
So why we not talk about the person that is at fault or that crossed the boundary? Because really the onus is not on you. The onus is on them. Crystal also said, so if they don't really know, but at some point, Crystal, do they come to learn that that's how the person is feeling? Because if they come to learn that that is how the person is feeling, then it is on the onus of the friend to say that I did not know and back up. Like, you know, because that happens too. It's not always like you say, Crystal, I'm gonna go with that. It's not always out with a malicious intent or an intent to begin with. So if it is innocent, and that's what we're gonna use, then the relationship between you and the friend has been ruptured. So it's up to that person to kind of jump in really quickly to heal it and say, you know what, hold on, nah, it ain't worth that. Forget it. You know what, Joey, I'll find my own plumber. Thank you, but no thank you. I appreciate the the fact that you that you acknowledge this, but that I needed my car tires fixed, or that I needed my plumbing, my roof, and whatever to pick up the kids for me, whatever. Buy the tickets for me
You keep
from
saying
from the
plumbing though.
NFL
You
games.
keep
I don't
saying
know,
plumbing
but
though.
the truth is that at that point it's up to the friend, to really come back and mend that and
Right.
say, listen, I didn't know, and if it costs all of this, it ain't worth
It's
it.
not worth it. Yeah.
I gotta cash my check right here, son. You done.
I love it.
It's my
Oh, I
final
love
thought.
that one.
Son, you done.
That was good.
Son, you
That was
done.
good.
So Renee, was those your last words? Because that was some,
Son, you
some
done.
good stuff right there.
That
Son,
was
you
good.
done.
That was your takeaway.
Yeah, that's my
That's
takeaway.
it.
Yeah,
Drop your
that is
mic.
my takeaway.
Drop your
Son,
mic.
dropped it. Boo.
Okay. Joanna.
Okay. So I believe that from when I step into the club and I meet someone over dinner,
Oh, sure.
anything,
Hey, we had to do all that.
and me and that person catch our eye, he's off limits to anybody in my circle. And my thing is, if a real friend, it shouldn't even have it even come up. But sometimes things can happen, and it's innocent. That's why my question was, did they actually go over that line? But that's fine. We're not gonna. I say to my listeners, we ain't having that. It's a new time. We're older. We're wiser. Why? It's too much of a headache to deal with situations like that. It's not worth it. As much as people say it's a small world out there, trust me, there's more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take.
Well, my takeaway is I agree with both of you ladies. I disagree with both of you because, again, there's a thin line. And if something like that does, first of all, first and foremost, the key thing is that, like the club thing, you see somebody in the club or this person, you both see them or whatever the case may be, that's definitely strictly off limits. That is just how I was raised. Again, I'm going to say what my mother said. You don't want anything that your friends, your sister, or anybody close to you had. So that's just a no-no. So I agree with both of you ladies, and that's my takeaway on it. Absolutely not. But if that boundary is crossed, just like you were saying, Joanna, did it actually go through? Then that's a different topic. So, but at the end of the day, I say no.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. And I definitely agree with all of you ladies on one level or another. So my takeaway is, are we human? Yes, we are. Are we capable of making mistakes? Sometimes making the wrong decision? Yes, we can. Can I forgive you? Absolutely. It depends. It depends on the situation. But can I remember that? Absolutely. I feel that, there are blurred lines, but one line that's not blurred to me and very clear. I believe in loyalty, and loyalty, I guess we'll talk about that sooner or later. But loyalty is very important to me. And there's no flexibility for me in that when it comes to my friends, when it comes to my family. There's no flexibility. You know who I am. I'm about loyalty because I got your back. Just like you got my back, I got your back. And I want you to show it when Joey tries to come around.
Say it.
So life lessons I got to share with you.
Yes.
This was a hot one. I'm telling you guys, this was a hot one. So forgive us.
Come back for the next one.
Some real raw emotions because this is who we are. This is life lessons for a time such as now. Please, if you enjoyed this show, this episode, which I'm sure most of you can relate to this episode. If you enjoyed it, please click like, share, right? And subscribe to our channel, please. All the help is greatly appreciated. So we thank you so much for being with us today, or whatever time it is for you around the world. Until the next time.
Yes.
Enjoy. Have a wonderful
Life lessons
and
for
great
time
day.
such as now.
Thank you. That
Cheers.
was good, guys. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Bye, guys.
Yes,
That
yes.
was awesome.
That
I
was
love that.
That's a
Great
good one.
show.
Dang, it was a
Great
little
show.
hot.